Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, outside of Ryan Garcia, there's only one boxer that's almost happier than Ryan Garcia, believe it or not, that he got the win, and it's Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta has already sent Ryan Garcia 2 direct messages tagging him. First message, he said, "Call me. You could get my number now. I'm on my way to the club. Everything on me." Then later on, he took it a big step further. He said, "Get my camp house ready. I'll be there on Monday. But right now, I'm celebrating our win." Hashtag Ryan Garcia. Let me start by saying this. The only comments I see on the internet are the comments from my comment section, which I can imagine are a reflection of the comments that are all across the internet. And from the comments I've read from Mexican fans, I don't think they're including you as part of their win. Because so far, all these comments I've seen, not only are they celebrating Ryan Garcia's win, but they're discrediting your win over Ryan Garcia, your knockout win over Ryan Garcia. They're bringing up the rehydration clause to once again try to discredit Gervonta Tank Davis's win over Ryan Garcia, as if making weight and a fighter never even attempting to make weight is the same thing. And if you pay attention to these comments, you'll notice a lot of the Mexican fans that are defending Ryan Garcia, they're saying it doesn't matter if Ryan Garcia didn't make weight. He kicked Devin Haney's ass. So how come you guys are not saying that when it comes to Gervonta versus Ryan Garcia? Even though, once again, in one scenario, we have a fighter that never even attempted to make the weight, and then you have 2 fighters in the Garcia and the Gervonta Tank Davis fight where both fighters made the weight. But now you fans want to say who cares about making weight? He kicked his ass? I see some people in my comment section even saying an A-plus fighter is supposed to beat a C-plus fighter no matter what. Basically, they're saying if you're a quote-unquote C-plus fighter, you should be able to cheat, right? If you're a C-plus fighter, you should be able to use PEDs. If you're fighting against an A-plus fighter, you got to even the odds some kind of way. And just imagine, these are the same fans that made excuses for why Canelo Alvarez lost to a much smaller, much older Floyd Mayweather. None of them said, "Hey, he just beat his ass. Get over it. Stop crying. He just beat his ass." No, instead, they tried to make it sound as if it was Canelo Alvarez that was at a massive disadvantage, and the win had nothing to do with Floyd Mayweather's skill and talent. With that all being said, that's not even the main thing I wanted to talk about. That was just extra content I just started thinking about as I was trying to get to my original point of this video, which is, why is Gervonta Tank Davis so excited that Devin Haney lost to Ryan Garcia? Now listen, I completely understand Gervonta Tank Davis being happy because I've already told you guys, this big win for Ryan Garcia, it makes Gervonta Tank Davis's win over Ryan Garcia even bigger. He not only beat Ryan Garcia, he completely dominated him and stopped him. Just like when Pitbull Cruz, he stopped Rolly Romero. That made Gervonta's win over Pitbull Cruz much more impressive because Gervonta made it look easy. Even when he was only fighting with one hand in that fight, he made it look easy. But the excitement that Gervonta is showing is not because his wins look better. Gervonta said to Ryan Garcia, "I'm about to go out and celebrate our win," as if it's his win. He's taking credit from a win that Ryan Garcia got over Devin Haney. The one thing I will say about Ryan Garcia is even though he never intended on making weight, he wanted to go in there with a deliberate advantage, at least he was willing to get in the ring with a fighter that nobody really wanted smoke with, and that is Devin Haney. I mean, you even had Subriel Matias before this fight all of a sudden start saying he would rather fight Regis Prograis than Devin Haney. He wanted to fight the guy that Devin just beat instead of the champion himself. I want to ask you guys this question. Let's say Gervonta Tank Davis, he never got the Ryan Garcia fight. We rewind a little bit, right? Where Gervonta is planning on fighting Ryan Garcia, it just hasn't come to fruition yet. Now, just imagine if Ryan Garcia would have lost to Luke Campbell or any other opponent before Gervonta could become the first person to stop him. Would Gervonta Tank Davis be this happy to see Ryan Garcia lose? I don't think Gervonta would be this happy because that would have been a huge payday for him and he knows that he would have beat Ryan Garcia. Before this Haney-Garcia fight, there was a lot of pressure on both Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis to fight against each other. I mean, people were saying the biggest fight in boxing, or at least the two biggest fights, were David Benavidez against Canelo and Gervonta versus Devin Haney, right? We know with Devin Haney losing, the pressure is alleviated. There's no more pressure on Gervonta to fight Devin Haney. And even if Gervonta does fight Devin Haney, it's not going to be as big anymore because Devin Haney has already lost. And now there is a blueprint on how to beat Devin Haney. There really wasn't a blueprint on how to beat Devin Haney before. I mean, nobody was really talking about Devin Haney's flaws until we seen him lose to Ryan Garcia. Just understand, people saying that Devin Haney was pillow-fisted, that's not a flaw. Flaws are big mistakes that you make in the ring that can cost you. A lot of the greatest fighters of all time, they weren't known for their power. They were known for their high boxing IQ. So with this win that Ryan Garcia gets, he definitely shakes up the boxing world for many different reasons. Because now, once again, unless Devin Haney were to avenge the Ryan Garcia loss, which he's not going to do because Ryan already said he doesn't want the rematch, or Devin Haney cleans up the 140-pound division like he ends up beating Sabril Matias, he beats Isaac Pitbull Cruz, becomes undisputed, then that would possibly sell a Gervonta fight. At the end of the day, I want to say this again. Gervonta has every right to be happy because these wins, or this win that Ryan just got over Devin Haney, it makes Gervonta's win over Ryan Garcia look even bigger, even more impressive. But at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia is the only one that deserves credit for getting in the ring with Devin, being willing to fight him, and ultimately beating him. When it came to Davis versus Haney, I never told you guys who I thought would win the fight. I just told you guys this is a fight that the boxing world wants to see because of what Gervonta has already accomplished, knocking out Ryan Garcia, knocking out Hector Garcia, beating Pitbull Cruz, who's now the champion. Just imagine if Gervonta would have beat Devin Haney on top of all of that. He would have been catapulted to like probably top 2, pound for pound, the best fighters in the world. About 3 or 4 years ago, they were calling these 4 fighters the 4 Kings, the Super 4 or the Fantastic 4, and it was Gervonta, it was Ryan Garcia, it was Devin Haney, and it was Teofimo Lopez. Because Teofimo and Ryan Garcia end up losing, then it became the 3 Kings with Gervonta, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney. Well, now Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Shakur Stevenson are the only ones still undefeated. Shakur Stevenson, he just came off of the worst performance of his career, which we'll have to see how he bounces back when he takes on another dangerous opponent like Edwin De Los Santos or someone even more dangerous. And Ryan Garcia, he gets a huge win over Devin Haney, but he's already been knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis. And from the way Ryan is talking, he has no interest of avenging that loss. He's moving up to 147, and he might end up fighting against Jaron Ennis. Before Devin Haney lost this fight, he was the highest on the pound-for-pound list out of like a Shakur Stevenson, a Gervonta Tank Davis. But with him losing, this is an opportunity for Gervonta and Shakur and Ryan Garcia to continue moving up the ladder by obviously getting bigger and bigger wins. Let's see how it plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.